Shri Gurucharitra Chapter 37 Shri Gurudev Datta Parabrahmane Namaha. Aihic rituals explained. Boon to a Brahmin. Continuing the narration of Shri Gurucharitra, Siddha Yogi told earnest Namadharaka, "Hey my dear disciple, Shri Guru in reality is the form of Supreme God Shriman Narayan himself. There is no difference between God and Guru. There is no God above Guru." The compassionate one, Shri Guruji, started narrating about the aihic actions to that poor Brahmin. Shri Guruji said, "O Brahmin, the householder for his stay must erect a house and should maintain it clean and in an orderly manner. He should store a right type of firewood for domestic purpose and sacrificial fire rituals. He must also collect the sandal and chandan wood, precious stones, ghee and sesame seeds and other things required for performing homa, yajna and fire rituals. Besides, he should store in his home Krishna Jin, Bhakta clothes. He must rear a cow, which is rightly venerated as the form of celestial cow, lovingly and devotedly, which is capable of destroying all sins. He must possess the saurus bird having white wings. The householder is supposed to get up early in the morning and after finishing his morning rituals, sweep the house and the place where God is worshipped and then clean it by water. For that purpose, the water stored in silver, golden, copper, and earthen vessels should be used. As per the religion of Brahmin, the Brahmin must perform the routine enjoined rituals, take bath, and adore God without fail thrice, that is, morning, midday, and evening. Sandhyopasana rituals are to be performed by those who have been initiated. Morning, midday, and evening Sandhya Vandana rituals are to be performed and Gayatri Mantra is to be recited. It is advisable for a Brahmin to perform worship thrice a day. If not possible, he should perform worship at least in the morning. If he has any extraneous problems and misses, then he must perform puja in the midday. In addition, he must offer consecrated akshata with flowers in the evening time. He should never miss the worship of God at home. A Brahmin is not supposed to take food before the worship and performing Vaishvadeva. If by chance, due to any contingencies, he cannot perform puja, he is advised to worship God at least before taking meals. This can be done through 6 modes: Kalash puja, fire worship, mental worship, worship of Surya Narayan, invoking God in Sthandil, and worshipping and idol worship for common people. Of the 6 modes, mental worship is considered as the best mode of worship. The enlightened ones must necessarily adore Yajna Purusha, cow, virtuous Brahmin, and Guru. He should, on the advice from Guru, perform the worship of Shaligram through verses and the manner enjoined in scriptures and Vedas. But women and low caste people are not supposed to recite Vedic hymns. The stone or wooden idol, especially presented by Guru with his blessings, should be worshipped according to his instructions. If so followed, one can experience the presence of God in that idol. A Brahmin should endeavor to be eligible for the grace of Guru. A Brahmin needs to worship the God through 16 modes of rituals every day. Type of flowers to be offered in worship for respective deities. In the worship of God, it is preferable to offer the flowers grown in home since they are considered as more sanctified. If not, the flowers grown in jungles and other places may be offered. However, offering the flowers purchased from the market are considered to be of the lowest category, while white flowers are preferred for worship. The red ones are considered as of middle order and the flowers of other colors are deemed to be of the lowest order. The faded, prohibited, insect-eaten, earth-contacted flowers are not to be used in worship. The best among the flowers such as lotus, bakula, champa, pannaga, jasmine, mallige, kanigale, kalhar are to be offered to God in worship. While adoring Vishnu, mainly basil leaves are to be used. Bilva leaves and white flowers are to be offered to Lord Ishvara at the time of his worship, as he is fond of them. In the worship of Lord Ganapati, the devotees should offer durva grass daily. However, basil leaves are not to be offered to Lord Ganapati, but durva grass should not be offered to Durga, Ambika, and other female deities. One should salute his parents by facing them to the deities and learned ones from their right side in the gathering of Brahmins and during the period of worship by standing in front of the deity. In the assembly of Brahmins, there is no need to salute the Brahmins separately one by one. While prostrating before parents and preceptor, one should touch left ear by right hand and right ear by left hand. The people who deserve to be saluted are mother, father, those who have given shelter and protection, the donor of food, family priest and his spouse, stepmother, elder brother, elder uncle, and younger uncle. All of them are in the position of a preceptor and hence need to be saluted. The worshipper need not salute persons who are younger to him. So also one is not obliged to salute fools and those who are observing impurity period. One should never salute a Brahmin with one hand. Similarly, the rituals relating to Vaishvadeva and worship are to be perfectly followed as per the scriptures. Besides, Pitra Tarpana and Yama Tarpana are some of the other aspects of religious discipline which are to be adhered to. Daily worship brings prosperity to the family. Cow puja, Surya Pasan, worship, and Homa rituals are a must for a Brahmin. When one is engaged in performing Vaishvadeva, if a guest arrives, he should be received happily and served food after adoring him, irrespective of his caste status, etc. After the completion of worship, a Brahmin should never forget to offer food to the cow. Any guest who arrives at the time of meal should be served with food first. Only after that he can consume food with the other members of his family. While taking food, all should sit in a row and food should be served to all without any differentiation. If any differentiation is made while serving food in a mass meal program, then one is bound to attract flaws from such an act. While consuming food, one should observe perfect silence and should be in an attentive mood. It is beneficial to consume food by facing easterly direction. When ancestors' rituals are performed, it is advised to take meals by facing northern direction. Before taking meals, pranahutis should be offered. By reciting mantra, water should be sipped through hands so that flaws relating to eating meals are not attracted. Eating meal quickly is healthier and virtuous. Sannyasis, sages, yatis should consume 8 morsels of food. The householders 32 morsels, vanaprasthas 16 morsels, and the bachelors should consume the food to their fullest satisfaction. The meal should be taken through fingers. One is not supposed to take food while riding on an elephant or a horse in the graveyard temple. So also one is not supposed to consume food by wearing wet clothes, by keeping the footwear in front. Similarly, it is binding on Brahmin to take bath and perform fire rituals before taking meals. While consuming food, only stories related to deities are to be told, not otherwise. It is not desirable to take food in a ruined temple near the place where the deity is installed and near water spot. Similarly, it is also advisable not to have food during the first part of the night. The Brahmin should abstain from taking food by wearing black dress. If one finds a hair or nail in the food, it should be discarded. The food touched by crow, eagle, cock, crow, rats becomes unfit for consumption and hence must not be consumed. After having the midday meal, the best kind of tambul should be consumed. However, the ascetics, bachelors, and women observing menstrual period are prohibited from consuming betel leaves. After the meals, but before going to bed, a Brahmin must study Vedas and scriptures, at least for a period of 3 hours. The cot used for resting must be maintained clean and should be prepared out of the best quality wood. A Brahmin must not sleep by stretching his head towards northern direction. Before going to bed, a Brahmin is required to recite the Ratri Sukta and then remember God Vishnu. Following are the places where a Brahmin is not supposed to sleep: a ruined temple, a graveyard, beneath the tree, in the middle of four streets, the joining point of four roads, temple of Shishwara, parents' resting room, a place covered by sand, near the ant hill, near the pond, on the bank of a river, on the heap of grains, and an abandoned house. These are some of the regulations for the conduct and deliberations of Brahmins. The Brahmin who practices the above said conduct and deliberations which are ordained to him in his daily life reaps the maximum gains. Therefore, it is advisable for all Brahmins to practice them. After hearing this from the mouth of Shri Guruji, the Brahmin vowed that he would necessarily follow them, abide by them, as his total upliftment depends on adhering to the words of Shri Guruji. He caught hold of the lotus feet of Shri Guruji and expressed his gratitude. Pleased, Shri Guruji blessed him by saying thus: O Brahmin, my advice is instrumental for the elevation in both worlds, this and the other. Being my devotee, you need not step out from your house for alms seeking from today onwards. You be happy by possessing everything in your life. To the darkness called ignorance, Shri Gurucharitra is a blazing lamp. By listening to or reading this Gurucharitra, all, including a stupid one, is bound to be blessed with a divine knowledge. Here ends the 37th chapter in the most auspicious Shri Gurucharitra. श्री गुरुदेव दत्त. श्री गुरु दत्तात्रेयार्पणमस्तु.